Piper picked a peck of what? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. What does that have to do with today's video? Today's video is a short one. I wanted to share with you not only my paper categories, but how I take each of those categories and I organize them in order to make my paper picking process a little faster and a little easier. See, that's how Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers comes into play. But all right, let's get into it. This way of sorting my paper is Pochi approved. So here I have this is a milk crate. The milk crate sits on top of a, I don't know what you call it. It's where you put planters on and it has wheels so that you can move them easily. So I can easily pull it out and push it back in. So I'm going to show you right here. This folder that I keep here has just my originals of my printable labels. Now I also have the file, but sometimes it's easier to just make a copy of the file rather than go to my computer, turn it on and all of that. Plus, if something happens to my computer, I still have my originals here. Then in the front, I have two older paper pads that are almost done. And they're really good they have some funky paper. And I keep it there because I actually like to go through these quite a bit. So the first section right here, this is my multicolor section. And this section right here is really good for kit starters. So you can pick one of these and then pull colors from there. So when I want to create something new, I just grab one of these and I pull colors from there and I go through my color section and find papers that coordinate. Then I have my floral section. And by the way, these are the cutting mats that I got from the Dollar Tree. At the time you would get 2 for $1. Now they're 2 for $1.25, but that's still a great deal. And then these are my florals, so all of my florals here. Then I have my stripe section. Now, the stripe section is multicolored stripes because if it's on a striped green paper or a striped red paper, I'm going to keep it with the color, but these are multicolored stripes. Then I have my ledger section. Then I have my wood section. These are all wood grain papers. White and ivory, pink, red, orange, yellow, green. And at that point I couldn't fit any more in here, so I have placed them in my calyx unit. Right there, that is bin number 6 is the continuation. Then I will take each color section and I will further organize my papers. And this is how I do it. I have my 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, which I don't have a lot, so I keep them up front, followed by larger pieces of scraps. Now I have a bin where I keep my paper scraps, but if I have larger pieces like this, I try not to fill it up too much because you know how scraps can get out of hand. Then I have specialty papers like this one that has that beautiful little shape. I have some vellum. And then I have, what is that? Like that mulberry paper. And even some gold foil paper. Then I have my text paper. I like to keep paper with text to the front. And I don't have a paper category for this because I don't have a lot of them. And I think, you know, I would look for them in the color section anyway. Followed by the text section, I have my dots and circles. So it doesn't matter what size dots, they're all in here. Followed by my stripe paper, followed by my plaid paper, which I have a plaid section as a paper category, but in that section, I keep the ones that are multicolored. This one right here, it's just shades of green, so that's why I keep it here. The other plaids have different colors in them, which are great for kit starters because I can pick that one and then pull papers from those colors. Then I have my geometric section, followed by my florals, and last but not least, I have my background paper. Now, let me show you something. If I have, for example, this sheet of paper right here, I could use this as a background because it has that little, almost like a linen look. Then I also have this, a good background, same as this one, a little bit of distress there. But then if I have these, and this is not cardstock, this is thin paper. When I'm going to be looking for something like this, I'm going to go straight into my cardstock. So even though it's thin paper, because it's completely solid, I will keep it in my colored cardstock section. So how does this help me? I know that I scrap by color, but I know that I'm looking for different types of patterns to build my page because I want it to be visually interesting. And I have a video that I will link below that shows you exactly what I look for when building a page kit. So if I'm already building a page kit and I need a paper in green, but I already have florals and I might have a stripe, so then I can immediately avoid the stripes and avoid the florals and maybe just look at a background or a geometric or maybe text to add to my kit. This is just another little tip that I use to make my scrapbooking a little bit easier and a little bit faster. Make sure that you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I would love to have you be part of my community. And so would Mr. Pochi. Right, Pochi? And come back again next week. Bye. And I have it on one of those planter things that have wheels so that I can easily